Welcome to Master 2255 English Phrasal Verbs, complete course with 150 categories for fluency. This course is designed to help you gain fluency and confidence with English phrasal verbs. Today, we're exploring the 79th category, decision-making and planning. Phrasal verbs to stay on top. These verbs are essential for discussing strategies, making choices, and organizing effectively. Let's begin. First, let's start with think through. This phrasal verb means to carefully consider something before making a decision. For example, you should think through the consequences before making changes, or he thought through every detail before presenting his plan. Next is settle on. This refers to choosing or deciding on something after consideration. You might say, they settled on a venue for the event, or after much debate, we settled on the new marketing strategy. Work out means to find a solution or resolve a problem. For instance, the team worked out a plan to increase productivity, or they're trying to work out the logistics for the trip. Figure out describes understanding or solving something. You could say she figured out the best way to approach the project, or it took time to figure out what went wrong. Put off means to delay or postpone something. For example, they put off the meeting until next week, or don't put off making that decision any longer. Go for refers to deciding on or choosing something. You might hear, they went for the bold option to stand out in the market, or she decided to go for the job opportunity abroad. Sleep on means to delay a decision until you've had time to think about it. For instance, he decided to sleep on the offer before giving an answer, or it's a big decision. Why not sleep on it? Come up with describes generating or creating an idea or plan. You could say, she came up with a creative solution to the problem, or the team needs to come up with a new strategy by tomorrow. Nail down means to finalize or agree on something specific. For example, they're trying to nail down the details of the contract, or we need to nail down the timeline for the project. Rule out refers to eliminating options or possibilities. You might hear, the committee ruled out the initial proposal as too costly, or we can't rule out the possibility of a delay. Back out of describes withdrawing from a commitment or agreement. For instance, they backed out of the deal at the last minute, or he backed out of his promise to help with the event. Weigh up means to compare options or consider the pros and cons before deciding. You could say, they're weighing up the benefits of each proposal, or she weighed up her options before making a choice. Call off means to cancel something that was planned. For example, they called off the meeting due to scheduling conflicts, or the trip was called off because of bad weather. Go ahead with refers to proceeding with a decision or plan. You might say, they decided to go ahead with the project despite the risks, or we're going ahead with a new design for the campaign. Finally, talk over describes discussing something in detail before making a decision. For instance, let's talk over the plan to ensure everyone agrees, or they talked over the options during the meeting. These phrasal verbs are invaluable for discussing planning, decision-making, and organizing effectively. Practice using them in conversations about strategies and choices, and they'll soon become a natural part of your vocabulary. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next lesson.